Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Thank you so much for dropping by this video. To anyone who's new, this video and channel is about a very special being and spiritual teacher named Bruno Groening. You can find out more about him in the link below or in the chat box. But I have a very interesting thing to tell you. I just said that Bruno Groening is a very special being. But from a spiritual perspective, all of us are very special. I once saw a bumper sticker that said, "Yes, you are special, just like everybody else." Because I do, and I think many people do, have this feeling that, or I hope everybody has this feeling that there's something special or unique or precious about them. And it's important to keep in mind that, well, I'll speak for myself. It's important for me to keep in mind that I'm not the only one that's precious and special and unique. And in fact, this is part of what Bruno Groening taught, that we all are, as he said, a divine creation, a divine marvel. The German word that he used, Wunder, I think it, Wunderkind. I'm sorry, my German is very bad. I looked it up once upon a time. One of the meanings of it is that which is worthy of feeling awe or reverence or amazement about. I think amazement is maybe a better translation. So that means you and me and every human being is something that's worthy of just being wowed by. Yep, I'm talking about you. Now, we don't want to get arrogant about this, because that's why the bumper sticker has two parts. The first part is you're special or precious or amazing or worthy of wonder or feeling wow or wowing people just like everybody else. And I would add to that Bruno Groening said that God reveals his glory in the creation of our bodies, that these physical bodies are so amazing, that they're such a fantastic creation, that if we want to understand the glory of God, we can at least begin by understanding how amazing these bodies are, and hence the one who crafted them, much less this earth or solar system or galaxy or universe. We can start right here. If we want to know how wonderful, how amazing, unfathomably glorious the Creator is, we can just look at the design of these very intricate, I don't even have words, sophisticated bodies. Now, Bruno Groening spoke of these bodies as a gift. Now, that's a very interesting way to look at our bodies, as a gift from God. But if God gave me and you, I'm just going to speak for myself for a moment, if God gave me the gift of this body, well, what am I? And you can ask that question yourself. What are you? And Bruno Groening would point blank ask people, are you your body? Are you the body? And people would say yes. And he would say no. You're a soul. He said the human being has three characteristics: a spirit, a soul, and a body. But that we are not this body. We've been given this body. Now, this is not to put down the body, because we started with the idea that the glory of God is revealed in this body. that it's a wondrous creation. And then we've also looked at the fact that it was a gift to us. So it's a complete shift of identity to begin to think of ourselves as a soul. And, for many years, I had the belief in reincarnation, and I had the belief that, like I was on this journey and that this was just one lifetime, but I still was thinking that I was this. And it's taken me many years to really see that it's not so much a belief system, but a way that I need, and I think Bruno is calling us to this, a way of understanding and viewing and thinking, not just believing, thinking like, oh, this is the body I've been given for this lifetime. It's a male body, was born in the United States. It's currently so many years of age. It likes to do this. But that's not me. It's a gift. You could say a temple for the soul to inhabit and learn. Now, this is not to put the body down. This is not to, because Bruno Groening said, human beings' first duty is to take care of their body. If the body's not well, it's very hard to do things. It's very hard to do things. I forget the exact phrase, but Bruno once said something along the lines of, you need to recognize that you are in a body and on this earth. So as a soul in this body, on this earth, for specific reasons. The abstract, to grow and learn and be helpful, and to learn how to be helpful, right? Because it's one thing to want to help, but to really learn how to help. And to learn how to get along with each other. It's written that Jesus said to love your neighbor as yourself. It's easier said than done sometimes. And that can be very sort of abstract. What does it mean to love your neighbor as yourself? One way to think about it is to, how can everyone's needs get met? How can I not put myself above you? How can we cohabitate and create harmony together? Now, Bruno Groening said, if you want to be happy, love your neighbor more than yourself. I can only say that Bruno Groening said that, and he certainly lived it. I can't say that I live it or I quite understand how to do that. I'm open to learning. So for me here right now, in the making of this video, the sun hasn't risen yet. It'll be rising soon. I love to start my day asking, how do I want to start my day? I'm joking, really more along the lines of, how do I want to live this day? How do I want to be? What to do with this day? How to make the best use of time? Bruno pointed out that our time on this earth was limited. So we all have what could be called the daily grind, what's called the daily grind. Duties, responsibilities, to-do lists. I have a cat. Got to clean the kitty litter. Make sure she has food and water. Make sure she has enough love. Though that's more fun than a task. The love part. So we all have our sort of, I don't want to say obligations, but things and duties, you could say. But Bruno Groening said we all have a duty to, I wish I had the exact phrase, to, in essence, stay connected to God and to follow God and to trust in God. And the German word is so beautiful. It's not just duty, it's like vocation. We all have that calling. It may show up for people depending on their belief system or culture, exactly how they do it. So regardless of our life circumstances or our to-do list or obligations, which I have and everybody has, I spend a lot of time trying to figure out ways to have less of those things. But we all have another calling, which is important to find healthy ways to put this other calling first, to follow God. And I struggle with it every day because I have my to-do lists and I have my kitty litter to change and I have to eat and shower and clean the house. And, I have my to-do list like everyone else. And so it's not easy sometimes to find ways, how can I put God first in this very busy world? One way I know to do that is to start my day with God and to end my day with God, to start my day with tuning in. And to end my day, and Bruno gave very clear guidance how to end your day, to mentally replay the entire day and see what you could have done better. And then, of course, finding times throughout the day to stop and tune in. Sometimes it's for a minute. Sometimes it's for a second. Oftentimes, when I'm able, longer than that. 5 or 10 minutes of tune. I used to think you had to tune in for like an hour at a time. 5, 7, 10 minutes of tuning in can change my day. If I'm feeling tired, if I'm feeling grumpy, it can totally just start my day over. All right, beautiful souls. So the sun is going to be rising soon. I'm going to go greet the new day, and I wish everyone here a blessed day. Thank you so very much for spending some time, or hopefully not just reflecting on these things, but hopefully thinking, how can you put them into practice if they resonate? All right, souls who are who've been given a body and are here on this earth now, let's carpe diem, as they say in Latin. Let's seize the day. Take care, beautiful souls.